School teachers in Mexico are organizing a caravan to demand the release of dozens of leaders and members of their union. Now, the activists were arrested after they refused to implement the country's so-called education reform. Our correspondent Clayton Kahn now reports from Mexico.
¿Quiere el compañero Juan Carlos? ¡Libertad! ¿Qué quiere la compañera Sara? ¡Libertad!
These dissident teachers are reading off the names of more than 30 public school teachers who have been arrested in recent weeks because of their protests against the government's implementation of teacher evaluations.
The CNTE has called this action to demand for the freedom of our comrades. They've been in prison for several months and their families need them.
The teachers say their peaceful protests against the government's education reforms have been met with a massive deployment of state and federal police across the country.
There can be no dialogue with batons, with clubs, or when they kill our comrades or lock people up.
On Sunday, the teachers were hoping to hold open, transparent talks with the education authorities, but they failed to turn up. The teachers say their voice is not being heard and they are not being allowed to play their part in the changes in public education.
Before the teachers' protests, before the sit-ins, marches, mobilizations, we asked the government for a dialogue on our list of demands, which includes job security, but above all, demands education should continue to be public and a human right.
Since the initial approval of the reform in 2012, the teachers have repeatedly argued that it represents an attempt to privatize public education and attack hard-won labor rights. Meanwhile, the Education Secretary Aurelio Nuño insists that it will make the teaching profession more competitive.
The best teachers will be selected through a competitive process across the country, and anyone who wants to be a school principal or supervisor can compete on merit. The evaluations will show how the teachers are doing, and on that basis, through effort and merit, they will be able to make more money and improve their careers.
The education authorities say more than 132,000 teachers have been evaluated so far. Although the minister promises that no teacher will be fired, the Independent Teachers Union believes the process of retraining that follows could open the door to layoffs. Clayton Kahn, Telesur, Mexico.